Good morning. I hope you guys feel well. I got a message from somebody that was quite shocking yesterday. And basically the guy was like, you guys think you know what's going on with the migrants. You really don't. And let me explain things to you from the perspective from the inside, from Mexico, kind of like what's going on and what we've seen as a community and stuff, what we've seen as a country, what we've seen that you guys don't know because you guys don't get to hear it from your news, your media, stuff like that. You're hearing it directly from the source, somebody that is dealing with it, that currently knows about it, that is living in it. And he says, I'm going to share some information with you, but please don't put my name out there. This information is going to be shocking. And I don't want my name to get out there because in Mexico, you can't speak freely without consequence. Sometimes there are people that will show up and do some things to you because of speaking freely. Here's the email. Hello, sir. Maybe you should do a video to inform about the orchestration behind the migrants. It is intentional, deliberate, and has a sick agenda for both the U.S. and Mexico. It is not the Democrats, nor are these migrants your traditional folks looking for a better life. Although some are, most are being instructed to just demand everything. The minds behind these organized with an agenda migrants lies in Cuba and are all the regimes that have infected with their narco-criminal franchise. You all need to understand who is behind the organized immigrants. The psychopath pseudo-president of Mexico, Manuel Andres Lopez Obrador, is the sick narco-funded criminal behind the waves of immigrants making it to the U.S. It is part of his agenda to use social, public instability to further install his Castro Chavismo in Mexico. His invitation is to all from the same countries they control: Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, Honduras, and everybody else tagging along, but not Mexicans. How is that? He has invited and welcomed all immigrants into Mexico, promising jobs, citizenship, and money, and openly advertising a free access to the U.S. border. That is right. He is promising entry to the U.S. to all immigrants who wish to make it into the U.S. He tells them Mexico will not stop you, but assist you. And it has been this way since November 2018. The wave after wave of immigrants have been encouraged to come to Mexico. For those who do not make it, his plan has been to make them immigrant voters for his corrupt pseudo-party Morena, a narco-infested entity. His pseudo-fight for human rights is nothing more than a selective move to protect those whom will give his political advantage in the upcoming election. He has abandoned human rights for all Mexicans while only promoting agendas created by them to manipulate public opinion, such that hideous LGBT agenda or feminist movement, which are nothing but decoys to stir up social peace, when in fact he is urinating on every single human right, which includes children suffering from cancer who took away the medications and treatments, accusing false corruption only to loot the money for himself. The waves of immigrants into the U.S. are part of the Cuban, Venezuelan, and Mexican narco regimes to distract and create discredit on the U.S. as a country. They are the sick individuals behind all the immigrants demanding jobs, housing, and food, unlike anything before. It's all intentional. All these people are being given instructions to just demand. Do not give them anything, but denounce Lopez Obrador and send them back to the countries they control through their narco regimes. Kick them out. Wake up, United Statens. This is somebody from within that is seeing this happen, and he's tired of his president treating the people the way that the Mexican president is, and he's using them to launder money. These cartels are using them to launder money to help them to get into these areas. The leaders of these political officials through these countries are encouraging this because they're making money off of this. And Mexico is a huge part of this whole thing that's going on. That's why recently they've said, you know what? We're not going to stop them anymore. We don't have the resources to stop them from coming to the border anymore. So if they go, they go. We're not going to try to stop them. And the cartels are making tons of money off of these people and the government. They're all working together. They know what they're doing. This is shocking. If you need help understanding the agenda, I will be happy to assist you. If you guys expose Lopez Obrador, it will help us kick him out with his agenda and put him in jail for all the violence he is orchestrating in Mexico. This is somebody from Mexico that has had enough and is wanting the people to finally stand up and say enough is enough. You're not just destroying Mexico, you're destroying the United States as well. And we've had enough of it. We need somebody with a voice, with a big following that can get these words out there so people know it's not your Democratic Party. And as sad as it may be, it's not your president. They may be making money off of it and encouraging it, but the orchestration behind this is other leaders from other countries that know they have the people to fill up the United States to create this agenda. But first and foremost, it's run through these narco-infested regimes, these political officials and parties and stuff, all through south of the United States that are all part of this. They know what's going on, and they know how to make money, and they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing by infecting the United States. And this person here simply just wants accountability for their president that's contributing to what's going on here in the United States, that's orchestrating some of the stuff behind this that seems just as corrupt as the next. This was a crazy story. And it brings a new perspective into actually seeing that it's not just the United States Democratic or Republican Party doing this. This is all the way down into our southern regions as well, and they're all in this together. Wake up, America. It's time.